Mm.
Hey Jude,
I can make you
burn. There's gonna be a fly this entire show. Just take a sad song and make it better. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, Daddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank.
Cause I can make you love me.
Oh boy, what happened? June door knocking. Oh gosh, here we go. Yeah, well, this is what everyone
The boys
here.
are back.
Oh yeah, dude, we are freaking back. You better believe it. We're live right now, just to let you know. So everything that you just did, everything that you didn't want everyone to see, they saw it. They freaking saw it, dude. So that's kind of embarrassing if you ask me. Oh gosh, I'm gonna be doing that a whole lot, just smacking this thing. But you know it is.
Story time.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna have you give us a story time.
Yeah, I could give you a story.
Most awkward, most embarrassing moment of your entire freaking life.
Yeah, so if you want to know a little bit about yours truly, oh gosh, there's so many embarrassing moments. I feel like a lot of people say that though just to buy time, but I really mean that from the bottom of my heart.
They usually say that afterwards too.
Shut your freaking mouth. I freaking hate you so freaking much.
Yeah, and then they start to spiral out of control into the other person.
Well, here's a fun fact. I was a little child, a little crazy child growing up. You know what I mean? And yours truly, moi, got a little crazy one day. So I was 5. Oh gosh, these flies I got so many flies in my basement right now. So if you guys see this like a dot, it's not your screen, it's me. Anyways, I was a crazy child. And I was sitting in my room. My mom, also fun fact, mama boy, right here. This guy, big mama boy. And my mom said she wanted to go to
little nip sucker. That's what we call him.
I've never heard of that one before, but
sorry.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, pretty good.
Where I'm from, we call you guys a tit sucker.
Gosh, who are you?
Yeah.
You've changed, dude. You've changed. Who are you?
Yeah, we're gonna say I'm a confident man.
Oh, God.
We've had 2 weeks off, baby.
You haven't worked for 2 weeks? What have you been doing?
The podcast.
Oh my God. Oh, that's right.
We've been off the podcast.
Oh, by the way, we're sorry about that, guys. Last week, well, we sent a post.
We're
Anyways,
not sorry.
my mom wanted to go out and get some groceries. Other fun fact, there's about 7 of us kids my mom birthed. Yeah. Can you believe it? And big mama boy. And I said, Mom, I want to go with. And she says, Regan, if you're going to want to come with, you're going to need to get some clothes on, some new clothes. Because the clothes you're wearing right now aren't going to do. Oh, it's going to bother the crap out of me. And so I was like, no, I'm coming. And you can't stop me. No, that's not what happened, actually. What happened is I just forgot that my mom said that, and I didn't. And she left. She left without me. And I, at the time, said, how dare you, woman? As rightfully so, as a man should do, show his dominance a little bit,
Showing your mouth. I totally get it. I've been there, done that.
And I said, screw that. You want clothes? Oh, I'll give you clothes. I'll give you the biggest clothes you ever saw. So I went over, took off all my clothes, and forgot to put on the clothes, and started running out, chasing after my mother down the street. Get
back over here, lady! Get back!
And here I am, just this kid screaming at the top of my lungs, yelling for my mother, with my ding-a-ling just, hitting each thigh, and probably, the nuts.
Was there anybody outside when you were?
Oh, for sure. It was midday. It was for sure. It was a Saturday. Some people here, they hear the screaming and they immediately are like, who's dying? So they pull out the window and there's this kid just, and then right behind them is this trail of 4 other boys, older than him, mind you, that can't keep up on their bikes. All right. There's a 5-year-old boy outrunning these 7, 9, 13-year-olds on bikes right now. All right.
Get your ass back here, boy. Get back here, boy.
I should have never bought that for you. I should have never bought that thing for you. And
I paid for it myself.
Yeah, probably not. You were too scared. Anyways, then my mom then saw this little tan figure out, a little blur, and it kept getting closer and closer and closer. And she said, no way. It can't be. I left him at home. He was supposed to stay there. And there I am. And she tells me every time about this story that she wanted so bad to just drive by like it never even happened. But nope, not my mom. Oh, no. My madre decided to pull over. You know how it is. And we got a 17 passenger van too. This is like a 17 passenger, like you can fit a full football crew in there. And
yeah. Following with you.
Yeah. And she pulled over, opened up the side doors, which is like the suicide door thingies, whatever you call them, and grabbed me and whooped me with those hands of hers. Just went to town on my bare butt. And I freaking took it like a freaking man. You better freaking believe it. Yeah. Yeah. More. That's the stuff. More, mommy. Give me more, baby. Oh, gosh. You need to stop with that. You have to, please, Matthew. It's too much.
Sounds like a demon. What the frick?
Yeah, how are you listening to it? Are you
On my
You-
YouTube, I just listened
Oh
back.
gosh, dude, you need to get actual headphones
Yeah.
that reverb what you're actually saying, so you know what you sound like.
Yeah,
And
but
if
then
you should
how
get
can you
closer
think about what you're
or
about to say?
farther away. There's a good medium, and you got to know where that is.
'Cause I can't make you love me.
Got some
Even though
problems, dude. You got some freaking problems.
I look at all the lonely people.
All right, where's your story, Matt? Come on, where's your story?
I look at all the lonely people.
You just gonna sing, or you're just gonna? Is that all you're gonna do?
Yep. Father
Did you-
Mackenzie went to the
Went to the
store with my
store,
mom and she pooped on the floor. All the
Go to the
lonely
door,
people.
all on the floor.
Where do they all come from?
You got some freaking cojones, dude.
I've got a funny.
Oh, you put it on your actual story, dude. You didn't actually put it on the Goof and Goober.
I hate having two accounts on there, man. I wasn't supposed to put that on there.
Deal with it.
Oh well, we have a podcast. People are upset that I put it on my.
Dude, you do that all the freaking time. It pisses me off so much.
Shut your friggin' mouth.
Dude, what do you got planned for us today? Oh god.
I've got a couple things planned. I actually wanted to talk about a funny story.
No.
Hopefully, well, I posted on my personal Instagram, so I sure hope nobody from my high school jumps in.
Oh,
Because I don't think anybody knows from my high school. So,
It's getting a little spicy in here then.
so back in the day, okay,
Mhm.
back in the day, I was a high school football player.
Whoa,
Back in the day.
crazy.
Surprised you
Calm
didn't know that.
down.
And every Friday at school,
Uh-huh.
we were asked to wear
Your
a button-up
jerseys.
shirt.
Oh.
Nope, we didn't wear our jerseys. We had a
Nice.
button-up, just like a collared
Polo?
shirt. It was a nice. Well, a polo is a little bit different, but we'll call it a polo. We had a button-up that we had to wear,
Okay.
and we had to wear brown pants.
Khakis?
Khaki pants, yeah. So
Yeah,
we had to
yeah.
wear the button up,
Know it
had to
well,
wear the khaki
know it well.
pants, and we had a pep rally every the day before the game.
Oh,
the night
no.
for the morning of the game. And so I'm wearing this outfit. I get to my locker, grab my stuff. I go through
Mhm.
math class. I get through like half the day and I'm at lunch. Okay. And
Yeah.
I remember this particular lunch. Okay. I got,
Uh-huh.
there was a spicy chicken sandwich with potato wedge french fries. Okay. And I put mayonnaise on my spicy chicken sandwich. And then I got these 2 sugar cookies. It was two for $1. Or maybe it was like 25 cents a piece. I got 2 cookies. I ate all of my food
Mhm.
and I sat hanging out with some friends, chatting it up,
Oh, yeah.
and I had a really freaking big fart. I felt
Coming
a
in
big
hot.
fart coming in hot.
Ooh.
So it lingered.
Oh.
It lingered. I farted. It was fine. It was clean. It was nice. A little stinky. Made it
Mhm.
through the rest of my lunch, and right as the bell rang, I had to fart again. And so I get up
Don't trust it.
and I start walking, getting
Don't
ready
do
to
it.
go back to class.
Don't freaking do it.
And I pushed it
No.
and I sharted myself.
Matthew,
I sharted myself.
I told you not to do that.
And-
I specifically told you not to.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's right.
So I sharted myself.
After I
and
specifically
I had
told
to
you not
go
to?
walk all the way. So I went to a really big high school. So my lockers, but I didn't have a school locker. I had my football locker because I was a football player. And football
Mm,
players get their own big locker in the locker room, and we have it all year round. And that's
really?
kind of where we all meet in the mornings. Yeah.
I did not know
So
that.
I have to trek from one end of the building all the way to the football locker room.
Oh god.
Just pooping my pants all the way there. And guess what? I didn't have a spare set of clothes. So I had to
Oh gosh.
sneak off campus, drive home, get changed, and come back.
Loser. Dude, you're such a friggin' loser.
Freaking poop myself, man.
Yeah,
poop
well,
myself.
I've done that. That wasn't even that embarrassing.
In high school.
Yeah,
was
I
pretty
did it in
embarrassing.
college.
Oh no.
Yeah, so friggin' read it and weep, loser.
Oh gosh.
You're a total freaking nerd. I can't
Oh,
believe
God.
you did. This is child's play. Try holding your pee in the middle of
And it
a
coming out your
work
mouth.
shift, and then dude, what did I hear about somebody saying? Like, if you something about somebody's poop, like you vomit so much that little poop comes out.
Oh.
Like that's a
don't even wanna
possibility.
think
Like that can happen. And I was like, oh, I can't even. That just make me want to throw up even more.
Oh. That
Ugh.
is not.
It's just like puts a really sour taste in my mouth right now.
Puts a really bad taste in my mouth. Just
I
thinking.
don't know, not even sour. I don't know even. What do you think poop would taste like, though? That's a good question.
I don't even want to know.
It's like good solid poop. It's got to be
Oh.
a combination of and maybe it's after you ate Chipotle, and you got little
Okay, I'm thinking
corn
from a
corn
Chipotle
chunks,
standpoint. Okay.
corn chunks, and you
Ooh, it smells really bad, but then you get corn, so then you chew the
Yeah,
corn
yeah.
back up.
yeah, you're chewing the
then
corn,
it's-
and I love. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, Lou's got 13. Says it probably tastes like poop.
It probably tastes like poop. Yeah.
Well, that's the
Unfortunate.
thing, though. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's a hard thing to come by because I mean, I kind of
Hard
want to
life.
know.
No, I don't want to know. I actually
Come on.
I actually don't.
Come
want-
on.
Yeah, I think I'd rather pass.
Come on, dude. You got to try at least once. It's like your parents when you'd get like a new vegetable. You're like, hey, you got to try it at least once to know if you like it or not. And what if
No,
you
I
do
think I
like
get-
it though?
I-
It's
I
like
think
it's
I
like
think I
eating
know.
humans. It's like like people like the cannibals. They probably didn't think it was gonna taste good, and then they tasted, and they fell in love with it. That's the only thing that they wanted to eat. I mean, can you blame them though? That's the question. Can you blame them for?
Yeah, I think I'd pass. I think I'd pass. That's
All right,
like
man.
saying, Regan,
Sounds
you
like
should
you're
try
a
being
little
gay, man. You should try being gay.
Yeah, what's
because
wrong
who
with that?
knows? You might like it, man.
Yeah.
So
You
why
never
don't you
tried
try
it?
it?
You
Go
never
friggin'
tried it?
Try it.
Are you telling me you never
No.
tried it?
I've never. That's
Oh,
the
dude,
problem.
You have got to try it. It's reviving. I gotta hang on. I gotta screw in my thingy a little tighter. Give me a talk, man.
Yeah, this guy's so freaking horrible. Oh, hey, so, good news or cool news. Jesse, did Jesse message you anytime soon? Recently?
Not that I know of.
No. Oh, okay. Well, he messaged me the other day. I think he's back on He's back on the mainland, boys. He's back here on the United States ground, and he went on a cruise. Actually, let me give you some context. So Jesse was he was the guy who he was one of our special guests on like really early on for the show. He's actually been the only.
No, we've had other special guests.
Okay, he was our first one, and he just got married last week.
Yeah.
Not this.
No,
not
2
this-
weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he went on a cruise for his what is it called?
Honeymoon.
Honeymoon. Yeah, they went to like Cabo, or they went to somewhere. They went to like the Caribbeans and then Mexico or something. Well, he messaged me the other day. He said, "Dude, we got to go on a cruise, man. You, me, and Regan,
Dude, I'd go.
the boys and girls. We got to go.
I've
on a
never been on a
cruise."
cruise, dude. I've never been on a
Dude.
cruise, and I've always wanted to go on one. That's like
Yeah,
my
dude.
thing.
You'll freaking love it, man. You'd love it.
It's my main thing, dude. It's my
But
new
it's
thing
gotta
now.
it's gotta be a guy's thing, though. That's the problem.
It's got to be a guy like cruise,
Just a guy
dude.
thing. Yeah.
And we
you,
only
me, and
get
Jesse.
one king size bed. Okay. You know Jesse's gonna be down with that. You know it.
Oh yeah. He'll love that.
Oh,
The boys
boys.
sharing one bed, baby.
Oh, baby.
But yeah,
It's
dude. No, we should, dude. You, me, Regan, or you, me, and Jesse.
Dude, I'd be down
Go on a
though.
freaking
I mean, I'm already now planning on going up to the Boundary Waters with my my father and my brothers. So, fun fact.
You can always go to the Boundary Waters, though. You can't always go on a cruise.
That's true. Well, you can always go on a cruise.
No.
Yeah.
You literally have to. You have to schedule that out.
Yeah, same thing with the Boundary Waters. You've never been to the Boundary Waters.
Yes, I have.
When?
Kaylee's family has a cabin up there.
No,
We literally
that's
were
not.
like,
No,
"Oh,
that's
let's go
not
up
the
to the
Boundary
Boundary."
Waters. No, that's not the Boundary Waters.
Yes, it is.
No.
They literally are on
If
the Boundary
you're
Waters
in a
between
cabin,
us and Canada.
If you're in a
Yes.
cabin,
I'm telling you.
that's not the Boundary Waters.
Oh, you're going on the Boundary Waters and you're gonna sleep on the water? Is what you're talking about?
No, we literally travel through, like, they have motors. You can't do any motors. It's canoeing all the way
Where?
to your campsite, and you have to carry all your gear with you. And then you have to set up gear, and then you have to really plan out every detail, every meal, and you have to carry that with you to
What is
the
this,
Boundary
Mount
Water.
Everest?
This is what the Boundary Waters is, and that's why I'm telling you,
Do you
you
think
didn't go to
that's
the
the
Boundary
only
Waters.
place- Are you saying that's the only place to go to the Boundary Waters at? He's doing it the way you exactly just said it.
Yeah, that's going to
No,
the Boundary Waters. That's when you live in Minnesota, when you say you go to the Boundary Waters, that's what you're doing.
No.
Yeah.
What? No.
Yeah.
You're saying there's not a single camp, no campsite
When you
near
say
the
you're-
Boundary Waters.
when you say you're going to the Boundary Waters, that is what it say. There are campsites, but you have.
Where's the rules?
Where are the rules? Look
Show
it
me the
up.
policy. Show me the freaking policy. Go
gosh.
ahead. You can't
Alright,
make up the policy.
I'm not.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm literally looking it up
Yeah.
right now.
See, ladies and gentlemen, there's two ways of doing Boundary Waters. You can go the hitchhiker route, like Regan, or you can get a cabin.
No,
Yeah.
literally, when you go here, Boundary Waters canoe area, you can only canoe there.
This doesn't explain anything, actually.
It's
This doesn't say anything.
Explore Minnesota.
Boundary Waters canoe.
canoe area wilderness, pushing the boundaries. This is literally what I did when I looked up Boundary Waters. Literally the first thing that shows up.
No, it's not. That's the second thing.
No, this is the sponsored. That's the sponsored. You know for a fact that this is
nope,
the first
That's
thing.
the first one. Nope,
No,
that's
it's
the
not.
first one.
That's where they paid.
They paid
for
to
that.
be there. They paid to be there.
Yeah, that's not the
Yeah.
first one. Then this is
They
the
paid
first
to be
one.
there.
This literally okay. Then you go down the second and third.
Oh, mine's different than yours, huh?
I mean, let's see what yours says. What did you look up?
Huh?
Probably looked up.
Boundary waters. That's what I typed in.
Well, let's see what you say. Let's see it. Let's see it. Come on.
Well, let me pull it up.
I want to see it. I want to see you
literally
actually
pulling it up.
type it in and then click search. I'm not going to have
I
this
can fake the
baloney.
search.
Yeah, people do that all
No.
the time.
I can't fake the search.
They do that literally all the time. People fake searches literally every time. Literally the same thing that shows up.
Nope. Yours says sponsored. Matter of fact, yours is different here.
Try the boundary water canoe. It's this.
Yep.
That's what
told
I'm
you.
saying. That's
Told you.
literally what. Oh my God. Man, it just sometimes it hurts to be so right all the time. Like for me, like to tell you, like, man,
Do you have to
I wonder what it.
use a canoe to get to the boundary waters? Canoes are preferred by most visitors. That means
Let's see,
that
preferred. That would
means-
mean that
no,
everyone is. That's the
no,
way.
that
That's
means is that
majority.
you guys are idiots.
that
and would
means the
prefer-
majority. That means the
But
majority.
that doesn't mean. But you were telling me that there's no way
No.
you can go there without
I was
a
saying
canoe.
that
And
most
I was saying,
Minnesotans,
yes,
if you say the
can.
boundary waters, that you would need that they talking
That's
about.
not what you said. You're
like
backing.
that.
You're backing out of what you said.
No,
now.
I am not backing up. Everyone
Yes,
can go
you
back
are.
right now and look at what I said.
Go back and pull it up.
Go
then.
back and look.
No,
You do it.
you're the one who's
No,
claiming that
you.
you go
No,
back.
I told you.
Yes.
I
No,
literally
yeah,
just told
you're
you.
claiming that.
I am.
What
claiming
I'm
that you
telling
can go
is
back
that
and go and
you
look
don't
at what I
have
said.
to. What my point is that you don't have to plan out going to the boundary waters. That
Yes, you
was part of
do.
the reason. No, you don't.
Okay, you're telling me even if you had to get a cabin, for say, you wouldn't have to plan that.
Not like a cruise. No way.
What would you? You just need to buy
That's
a
what we were
ticket for a
comparing it to.
cruise.
You
All
have
you
to
gotta
buy a ticket. You have to take off work. You could
Oh,
do. You have to do all
can't-
of these things. You can
You
literally go
could do the same
up
thing
to
with
the
the
boundary waters
waters.
for a weekend. You can't go onto a cruise just in a weekend.
Okay, what are your meal plans at the cruise? Do you have to plan that?
What do you mean?
What kind of meals are you going to have at the cruise? Are you going to plan the
They're
whole
all
meal?
planned out for you.
Exactly. And the boundary waters, you have to plan out every
What?
meal. Exactly.
No,
have
you
more
don't.
There's more planning
You
that
literally
goes into the
don't.
boundary waters.
You
than a
literally
cruise.
don't because you can drive there.
No, you can't. It's preferred
Yes,
that
you
you get a
can.
canoe.
It's preferred, not. It's not limited or recommended, or it's not
Little
legal.
Draco's in the friggin' chat.
Oh,
Let's
man,
go.
friggin' little Draco.
You little Draco, settle
You can
settle the score. Settle the
your
score.
wife just posted in the Twitch chat. You can access without canoe. She
Yeah.
even said it. Told you.
Access the canoes.
Yes, you don't have.
Yeah, you can access the. You have to drive there, but you go. To
you
get
can
there
access
with,
without
you have
a
to
canoe.
drive there.
I'm
Is that what
telling
you
you.
want me to tell you?
What
Is
we're
that you have to
comparing-
drive there?
What we're
No,
comparing
to get to the
is that
majority
the
of
boundary
the.
waters
Oh my
comparatively to
gosh.
a cruise is you have to plan out the cruise way more in advance
No,
than the
she would
boundary
disagree
waters.
with you 100%. You would at
No,
yes.
you could
There's
drive
so
there.
much more planning. Just
In a
because you have to
weekend.
drive there, it
I
doesn't
could
mean
drive
that there's-
there. I could drive there Friday night, get up there Friday night,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
drive back Sunday
This is
night.
okay. This is what I'm going to have you do then. I'm going to have you then this weekend do it.
Go to the boundary waters.
Mm-hmm.
I have things to do next weekend.
Okay, then the
But
next
you can
weekend after
literally
that.
just go up.
Your
to
little
the
Draco
boundary waters
says there are
whenever you
few
want.
areas in the boundary waters that require canoeing, especially the best spots. You little
I
Draco.
told you.
Where are you
Easy
from, my
peasy.
guy?
Told
that's
you.
my guy.
man.
That's our main guy. E little Draco.
What he's saying is that there's only a few spots that require canoeing. So that means there's other spots that you can drive to.
I disagree.
What are you talking about? This isn't the swamp land of Louisiana where you have to take a canoe out to the middle of the swamp.
You will have to plan out every day what you're going to eat.
You
when
could
you go to
literally
the boundary
drive up
waters.
there Friday night,
You literally
pick
have to
out all
plan
of your
out-
food at the store, and go there that night.
Oh, so you have to
Be there
plan it out.
Saturday.
So you have to plan it out?
No.
Yeah, you literally have to go to the store and pick it up.
The conversation was comparing planning out versus a cruise or the boundary water.
Yeah,
what I'm
and
saying is that I could literally pick up this Friday and be like, I could go to the boundary waters. I'll go up to the boundary water. You know what? I'll go to the boundary waters this weekend. I have a
Same
tent.
thing if I lived in
I'll take some
Florida.
food.
If I lived in Florida, I could do that.
No, you cannot. You cannot just jump on a cruise, Regan. No,
I
you
can
can't.
totally do that. If I lived in
No,
Florida,
you
yes.
couldn't.
Yes, I could.
No, you couldn't.
How could I not?
Because you have to schedule it out.
Schedule what out? To buy a
The
ticket?
cruise.
To buy
You
a
have
ticket?
yes.
Yeah, it's just like buying a hotel. You can literally just buy it the day
No,
of.
it's not like buying a hotel at all.
Well, how not?
Because they have to account for every single person that they have on the boat itself, right? Then they have to get your room prepared. Okay, so I can't just walk up.
It's a
and say, hey,
hotel. You should
No, there's
literally go
nowhere to
into
buy.
an amusement park.
you've never been there, so you're trying to speak from authority, but you've never been there.
I don't have
so
to.
what I'm saying-
because it
Yes,
makes
you
total
do.
sense. You literally could just. It's a
No, it's
hotel
not.
on a
No,
boat.
There's nowhere to buy a ticket.
How is it?
There's
How is it not
nowhere.
a hotel on a boat?
What do you mean?
A cruise. How is it not an amusement park on a boat?
I agree with you that it's a hotel on a boat.
Okay.
But it
so
doesn't
then
operate as a
we're
hotel.
How does it not operate as a hotel when
Because
it's a
you
hotel on a boat?
can't just go. You can't. If I wanted to go on a boat right now on a cruise, on a 7-day cruise, I could not walk up there right now, buy a ticket, and be gone.
Why not?
Because it's not how it works.
You can't just say that and say, "Oh, that's not how
Because
it works."
that's not how
you
it
have
works.
no-
Because that's how it is.
So, main man E Little Draco says, "Never been on a cruise, so I'm just gonna sit back
Thank
and
you,
listen."
E Little Draco. You sit back and watch the
Look,
show, man.
I've
been
tried
on a
to
cruise.
purchase
We've
cruises.
had to
right?
buy. You've never bought
What's
nothing.
a good cruise line?
I liked Royal Caribbean.
Royal
went on
Caribbean.
Royal
Let's
Yeah, let's
I'll
go
look
to
'em
Royal
up here.
Caribbean. Let's
I'm
see if we
going
can
right
buy a
there.
ticket for today.
Let me see. Book now. June.
Find a cruise.
See results. Here we go.
Departure
4 nights,
date.
Bahamas and perfect day cruise. Miami, Florida. Just like I said, you just need literally to go live in Miami from June 26th. Select dates.
Today's not June 26th. That's a month. That's 20 days away.
It's literally, you just need to go in there and
That's
just
3
plan
weeks
it.
away.
There's way more
That's
planning.
3 weeks away.
Yeah, so
I could literally drop everything
I
I'm
can
doing
literally
right now.
say, I'll
and
be,
go
you know
over-
what? I'm going to go to the Boundary Waters in 3 weeks.
No,
Why,
that's
what's
completely
wrong with
different.
that? What's wrong
Because
with
the
that?
difference is I can pick up everything I'm doing right now and drive to the Boundary Waters and be at the Boundary Waters and do the Boundary Waters today. And
So
be back
you're saying, but you're saying
tomorrow.
that there's more planning in a Caribbean than there is in going to the Boundary
do.
Waters.
You have
How?
to.
Just because you have to? That's 3 weeks away.
Because you are
Because
moving
you
from one. You are because there's set times that cruises leave, and there's only set times that the
So
cruises
you
are
just have to
there.
make sure. So you just have to make sure you're there at that time, and that's why it's more. You have to do more planning.
Yes,
That
Yes.
makes no sense.
I can't pick up a ticket right now to go
How
to the
is that-
freaking
but-
Bahamas.
There's more.
I can't do it right now.
Okay,
I can't do it.
You
Why?
can't-
You wanna
just
know
because
why?
you can't do it?
Because
just
guess
doesn't
what?
mean
There's more planning.
you can literally
involved.
go. You can literally go buy a plane ticket to go to the Bahamas right now.
You can fly to the Bahamas,
Mm-hmm.
sure. What we're talking about is a cruise. That's what we're arguing about.
You just
We're
said
talking about a
plane
cruise.
ticket.
No, that's not what I said.
Yeah.
That is not what I said. I did
You
not
said
say
plane
anything
ticket.
about a plane ticket. I said a ticket to go to the
Look,
Caribbean.
I am making my book right now here. How many rooms do you want? I just need one room.
Okay, go ahead.
2
Call.
adults, 3 adults.
You know what? Call Royal Caribbean. Go ahead. Right now. Try to get
You know
a
what?
ticket for right today.
Let's call them.
For right now. Go ahead. Yeah. Pull your phone up. Let's go.
I'm trying. I literally am.
Yeah, come on.
I can't.
come.
I'm trying to get. Oh wait, I saw it.
Come
It's
on.
866.
No, don't put their number out. Oh, I mean, it's probably accessible to everybody.
It's accessible to everyone.
Because I can make you love me, even though.
7625. Here we go.
In International. To provide you with the highest quality of service, your call may be monitored or recorded.
Thank you.
We are experiencing higher than normal call volume.
Oh
We
man.
apologize for any inconvenience and will do our best to handle your call as soon as possible and in the order received. If you prefer not to wait, many of your questions can also be answered at www.royalcaribbean.com.
Is that a Kickstarter?
I just want to speak to a representative.
Please.
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 If you plan a weekend at the Boundary Water, it may take a few hours to plan supplies and prepare for circumstances and the weather. Boom, roasted.
Boom. Oh,
Yeah.
you spent a few hours. Wow.
You have to
Few
buy a
hours
permit.
driving.
You literally have to buy a permit to go to the Boundary Waters.
Oh, no. You just have to buy a ticket to go on a cruise.
And then, what about canoes? You got to buy a canoe. You know how much canoes will last?
Oh, $50 rental.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, probably cheaper, actually.
No.
Yeah, probably.
No.
Boundary Waters canoe rental. Okay, let's take a look.
I gotta listen to this real quick.
Oh, 16-foot solo Kevlar, $45.
No, you don't go solo.
16 for one person?
Yeah, you're going with people, aren't you?
I mean, if I wanted to go by myself today, I could go by myself
Okay,
today.
why don't you do it by
Or,
yourself?
you
Then?
know what? I said $50 a canoe. That's what I said. Oh,
Dude, we're gonna be
$65
on
for
hold for 7
three.
minutes.
Okay, just put it off take it off speaker, and then we'll, or just quiet it a little bit, and then once he answers, then we'll pop it up. You can just like set it down, and then once you hear it, you hear it.
Oh, I will.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, should we jump in to the podcast?
Oh well, then I'm gonna hang up.
No, we'll just answer it during the middle of the regular podcast.
No, we're not doing that during the middle of the podcast.
And it's a good advertisement for the people to show up to our pre-show. A cruise takes more than an hour for sure.
Oh please, no. Now you're discrediting. No.
No, it takes more than an hour to book.
Wow.
Yeah.
I literally.
So
It
what
took
you
me
have
5
to do
minutes.
is no, because
I literally had it on my screen for 4 nights
Nope.
in the Bahamas.
Nope, there's more to that than
Let's go.
what you're
You
doing.
old-
You little
Please.
Draco's never been on a cruise, but I forgot to say that. But yeah, so for us in our situation, I've got to buy the tickets to fly there. Then I've got to set up Ubers, pre-Uber, to get me to the
Okay,
hotel.
you're probably
as
sitting at
usually-
15 minutes.
Okay, you're not listening. You're interrupting me, but that's okay. So I've got to schedule an Uber to get to my hotel. Then I have to schedule my hotel because
Okay.
they leave early in the morning, and you have to be there early in the morning. So you got to be there
20,
day early.
20 we'll give you 25 minutes there.
Well, then you got to book a hotel, which takes a lot longer than 25 minutes.
No,
And then
do it online.
Yep. And then I've got to take an Uber from the hotel to the Royal or the cruise itself. Then I've got to do all of that back.
So you're about an hour and 10 minutes there for
Or more.
time.
or more.
No, I was
Yeah.
very generous.
But then you
Generous
also have to set up
in the
your
time
dinners.
I was giving you. Was
And
that?
then you also have to set up your dinners. You have to set up all of your excursions when you're on the land that you're
Your
going
dinners? You could just do
Yep.
that when you're there.
to. Nope, you
Just
can't.
like you said.
You
Why
have
not?
to- nope.
You
have
literally
to
could. You
preset
just said that
those.
you could just stop at a
Yeah, you could literally
gas
just
store
go
on the Boundary Waters. Why can't you just do that there?
because that's not how a cruise works.
You can't just
Again-
say that. You have
again,
to actually
you've
give
never been on a
evidence. You've
cruise.
given no
You've
evidence.
ne-
You've
My
given
evidence
none.
is that I've been on a
None.
cruise and you have not been on a cruise.
That's not even
That's
good
the
enough.
evidence.
That's not evidence at all.
That
That's
is
just
the
saying.
evidence.
That's
I'm telling
basically
you
Matthew. That's basically like saying that I have an education and you don't, so my authority is higher than yours.
if we're talking about accounting and you talk to me about accounting, you're going to say, Matthew, I'm the accountant.
No,
I have a degree there.
No,
Yes, you
no.
do.
no, I
Yes,
would
you
never
would.
do that. I would actually
you
give you
would.
the evidence
Yes, you
of why
would.
that is the right. No, I would not. I would give you the evidence
makes you
because
any
you need to
smarter than me
understand
about
that you're
accounting?
wrong and why you're wrong. You can't just say you're
No.
wrong and you're wrong
You're
because
wrong
I say so.
because you've never been on a cruise. So, of course,
You can't just say
I've
that.
got to explain everything to you. Okay. So,
You can't
we'll go
just
to,
say
we'll go to
that.
Royal Caribbean because that's
You
how
have
cruises work,
given me
Regan.
no evidence. You've
That is
given no
because
evidence
that's
at
how-
all.
That's how
I have given
cruises
you
work.
plenty of evidence of why it takes more time it takes more planning for Boundary
I think
Waters than a cruise.
The sheer difference by the fact that I can pick up my day, go to the Boundary Waters the same day, and be back in one day. That is clear
That's not the
evidence
Boundary Waters.
that you have.
That's-
Yes, it is.
Oh, hang on.
Oh.
No.
If they answer, then you can ask about drink packages. You can ask about food packages. You can ask
figure
about
that out when you're
diamond,
there.
platinum. No,
You can figure that out when you're there.
No, you can't. You have to set that up prior because they need to know how many diamond meals are they going to have to make. How many drink packages are we going to have to expect for? Or how many of
They'll
this?
probably
how many
have.
of
You don't
this?
think they pack extra?
They have to. They do
You don't think
pack
they
extras.
have extras? They just make enough for just a week? No, they're not idiots.
You're just trying to.
What do you think somebody's going to be like, you know what? I want to upgrade. And they're like, nope, you can't do that. We don't want your money. Of course, they're going to freaking say yes. Man.
You've just never done it. And you're trying to speak.
Look,
from
I'm just
authority like
using
you
common
have.
sense here. That's all I'm
No,
doing.
it's not common sense.
I'm just
buddy.
using common sense.
It's not.
It is. And
No, it's not.
I made it very clear this
You've
whole
made it
time.
You have not made anything
Made it
very clear.
so clear.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
Please. It's just like you and your marketing, your business. You just think you guys. Oh, here we go.
Virgin Caribbean. This is Alexander speaking. Tell me, how can I help?
Hey, Alexander, how you doing?
So far, so good. Thanks for asking. What about you?
I'm doing all right. Hey, Alexander, I've got some questions here, and hopefully you can answer these hard-hitting questions for me. So I am trying to figure out the planning wise on and what it kind of the plan.
He's going to do everything for you.
How I'm going to kind of plan this whole trip here with you guys.
Okay.
Like I mean, like I'm just trying to understand. I mean, like I've never been on a cruise before, so I'm just trying to understand the whole process.
Sure. Alrighty. Well, to begin with, thank you for taking us into consideration for us to be your first experience.
I appreciate it.
Turn it up.
That's
Turn it up if you can.
very much appreciated. So, how the cruises works is pretty much as a reservation from a hotel, right?
Yeah,
Um,
easy enough.
because, for example, yeah, it is actually. Because, for example, the only difference is that we would give you the option to visit different locations
Yep.
um, while you pay for the same thing, right?
Oh.
Pretty much like the payment that you do for the reservation itself, it's gonna be like covering every single thing that you do on board,
Hmm.
and everything that you have available to do. For example, on Perfect Day at Coco Cay,
Yeah.
if the itinerary that you choose is visiting that specific island, which is our perfect island, one of
Okay.
the 3 islands that we have.
Wow.
So, yep.
Get
I
them
mean,
to
it
sign
sounds
up something.
it sounds pretty easy. I mean, how long does it usually take to sign up and everything?
It actually depends. For example, we
Ooh.
work based on itineraries, right?
Okay.
And so, for example, if you're looking for, I don't know, vacations on the Bahamas, and
Yep.
the itinerary for the Bahamas starts on August, then you would have the option to do the reservation today,
Yep.
and would do the trip on August,
Okay.
right? And you would have from today till August, or the
Ask them
sailing
if I
date
wanted to buy a ticket
to
for
do the
tomorrow.
payments. And so you can do partial payments, and there wouldn't actually be any issues.
Right. So, like, what would be the earliest? Let's say, like, there's a cruise this weekend. Would I be able to just kind of get a ticket like today or something like that for like that cruise?
It actually depends, because we work on based on availability, right?
Okay.
And so if the stateroom that you're looking for is available at the time, then yes, you would be able to book it.
Right.
On the other hand, if the cruise ship has been booked out,
Right.
then I'm afraid that wouldn't actually be an option.
Yeah. I mean, that would make sense, I guess, since it is like it's
How
kind of like
often
a
are cruises
hotel.
booked out?
I mean, how often are they usually like booked out?
Believe it or not, is actually very, very common.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, the closest we get to the sailings, the higher the prices get.
Okay.
Because we know that those people that booked beforehand, like earlier, would be kind of disappointed in the fact of having another guest that booked last minute to pay for the same amount.
No, I get
right?
that. Yeah.
And so,
Supply and demand. I get you. I
yeah,
took
exactly.
economics. Yeah. And then, like, so it's not like you couldn't do it, but you could, but it'd be better for me to actually do it far out, like in August, like the Bahamas one you were talking about, right? That's what you're saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then
money wise is going to be better for you.
Yeah, money wise, it's going to be better for me for sure.
But also the chance of you
But
getting
then, so then it's all, and so it's all based off, it's kind of like a hotel. I mean, it sounds pretty easy. I mean, like pretty easy enough to sign up. I mean, it's probably a little bit easier, would you say, than like planning a camping trip?
It is actually, yeah. Because, for example, on a camping trip, you would have to figure it out where you're going to be eating, what you're going to be eating, how you're going to be cooking it. On board, the food is actually complimentary.
Right.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, those are complimentary on the buffet venues, right?
Yeah.
The Windjammer, for example, and the main dining room. But of course, there are a couple of options more, like specialty dining restaurants, for example, pasta, or if you would like to have like a very fancy steak or something like that, that those are actually extra cost.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have both of the best of both worlds, right? If you
Right.
would like to
I mean,
just have a blast on board,
I wouldn't have to plan it a whole lot. I just would need to, spend the money that I would need to for it. And if I wanted to like
you pay for it, we make it true.
And if I wanted to upgrade my meal plan, I can always do that on the cruise, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Ask them, can you just no, you have to pick your meal plan first.
Do you have to pick your meal plan first when you get out there?
No, not really. For example, at the time of creation of the reservation, we have we are actually required to select the the type of dining that you guys will be having.
Okay.
Right?
And how?
In case you guys are gonna be doing the complimentary dining, specifically for dining speaking.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you would have, for example, if we create the reservation with the early dining at 5:30 p.m., for example.
Yeah.
And once on board, you notice that you would rather have a meal with a special restaurant.
Yeah.
You can actually cancel that one on board and visit the specialty dining, and that's completely fine.
Okay. All right. I think that settles it. I'm gonna have to make a cruise here. Do the cruise. I'm just gonna get the people on board, and then, like you said, I'm gonna plan ahead. But I'm gonna kind of do it as a group. But I appreciate you answering all my questions.
Not a problem. It's always a pleasure, right?
It was a pure pleasure. You have a fantastic night.
Thank you. I really do. You do the same, okay?
All right. Bye.
Boom.
Don't
Told
even.
you.
Don't even.
Told you.
The
What do
guy
you mean,
literally
don't
said it's way simpler to plan
because
a
he's a
cruise.
salesperson.
No, I knew you were gonna say that.
He's a
freaking knew you were gonna.
salesperson.
Oh,
He's supposed to make it sound
please.
easy.
Oh my gosh.
He's supposed to make it sound easy.
You can't even admit it. You can't even admit
because
it.
it's not true. That's the problem.
You know what? You just want to be right. That's it.
But
you just
there was
want
a
to be
clear
right.
there was a clear point in his statement that overruled everything you said.
Which
and
was
the point of the matter is that the chances of you being able to just get up and go to a cruise are slim to none. No,
he said I can still do it. It's a possibility.
Oh, there's a small possibility if you want to spend $15,000 on a stateroom.
All you got to do is spend a little money.
But my point is, no,
you don't have to do a whole lot of planning.
Yes, that's the stateroom. Nobody goes to the stateroom.
Don't even. It's compared to doing the boundary waters.
It trumps everything you just said. Because you can't just
do
pick
way
up
more.
one day. You can't just pick up and go to the boundary water. You can't just pick up today and go to the cruise. That he literally.
Wait, now
just
you're
told
saying
you
you can't just pick up today and go to the boundary waters?
I'm saying the comparison is that it overrides your statement by you saying that you can't just pick up today to go to the boundary waters. That's what I'm trying to
listen to the guy said. It said
he literally said, "Oh, you could. I also could be God. I also could be gay. I also could have
sense. That is
yes,
way
it is.
beyond. That is
always
way. You're comparing apples and oranges there. That is apples and
it's
oranges.
Literally the same thing. He's saying by chance
to say that you
by
are
a very
God
small
in
chance. You
were saying there's more of a
one
chance and this being that you are God and that this
technically
cruise,
by
you'll
the
have
Bible's statement is that I will have what God has. So technically I am a God.
No. Oh,
yes, it says
dude,
it in the Bible. Read it.
Where?
Read it. Go read
it. Where?
We
are saints.
Will have what God has. Perfect. Oh, the Bible right away. It says Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future. Mm-hmm. This is good. You are such a dork.
Yeah. Even little Draco said that. What? Matthew.
It was okay, but what I'm saying is
I hope you please redact that. I hope you please redact that.
I can't redact what I was saying, but
no, about you being God. You please redact that.
Being like God, I could be like God, sure.
You think you could be like?
I could be like God. I could be like Jesus, man. I could be like a God.
Matthew, no.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. But back to the point.
No, please don't.
Back to the point I'm trying to make.
I know. Strike it from the records, please.
Back to what I was saying is that he said, sure, by a chance, it could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying that by a small chance, by a 0.0000001% chance, I could be a god? Could you factually 1000% disprove that?
There's always a possibility.
Okay, so there is always a possibility. So by what I said, it's not blasphemy because it could be a possibility in a very, 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 very astronomically small chance. When
That's
you
not
go and
going to
order, when
happen.
you go, sure, but I could also say I could be a millionaire, but the chances of becoming a millionaire
chances
is
are
zeros.
far-
It's very,
it's-
very,
that's-
very small. What I'm trying to, you are being too literal. You're not listening. What I'm trying to give you is a comparison of chance. That's what I'm trying to compare is the chance. So what he's saying is sure, by a very, very small chance, you might get lucky and we have a stateroom available and you could spend $15,000-$20,000 for a stateroom.
Amen.
What I'm saying is that the Boundary Waters, you don't have to sit here and plan it out. You could literally go today to the Boundary Waters. You could drive to the store. I have a grill. I could throw it in the back of my thing.
Matthew, no.
You go out to the Boundary Waters. You drive out there. You get some food from the store on your way up, and boom, you're at the Boundary Waters. That's what I'm saying. You can't.
Okay.
The chances of you being able to do that are drastically more likely than getting onto a cruise today.
Okay. First off, everything that you just said made everyone in this room.
Somebody's calling me. Hello. Hello.
Who's that?
I don't know. Somebody called me.
Matthew?
I'm Matthew.
Well,
strike that for the record.
Well,
look, my point of the matter,
there is
little Draco, is that I was playing. There is
Matthew
one
likes
guy
to try to play these games, these word
Hey,
games.
I like to
that
play
don't
devil's
work.
advocate once in a while. What do you mean?
Yeah, no, you do.
Just
and
like
I
you
appreciate
do.
that.
Just like
I
everybody
do.
else does.
But and that's
but no,
everyone
so
needs
you
a
little
little
Draco,
devil advocate.
If everybody who actually knows me knows I don't actually believe that. But what I was using it as an example that there are people who believe that by a 0.0000001% chance that they can be a god. And so I was using that number as a comparison to the chance of him being able to go on a cruise, which is a much farther debate. It's a much farther and more intricate debate. And
No,
in
you
a
have
better
a better
debate,
you have a far better likelihood of you getting into the cruise than you are to be a god.
The point of it was to be a astronomically random number. That was what it was supposed to be, a metaphor, an exaggerated, a hyperbole, whatever it's called. It's an exaggerated number. That's the whole point of what I was trying to say. Because me going and driving to the Boundary Waters, I could 100% go to the Boundary Waters tonight. 100%. There's like a 1% chance that I make it to a cruise tonight. That's what I was trying to say. The numbers are vastly different. They are.
I think you could probably get a cruise.
Then go get a cruise tonight. Go see if there's a cruise available for right now.
That's what I should have asked him if I could get a cruise for
what
that.
I'm trying to tell you is that for me to go to the Boundary Waters, I could go tonight and be there tonight. Being at a cruise from Minnesota, going to
it was
to a
little
cruise.
Draco that called you.
Oh, he pressed the wrong button. But the vast number is vastly different, and it's for someone of your nature, it's okay. It's a very detailed, very, very mental debate because, I mean, it's intricate. You'd have to really be able to follow the whole thing, but you're
just
can't.
mad because it's literally the simplest thing. And you just need to call the Royal Caribbean, and they told you right off the bat.
I could literally drive. You're telling me I can't
let's see
drive
if there's a boundary
to the
water
Boundary
person
Waters
I can
today.
call right now.
Call
Let's
the
see
Boundary Waters right now. Go ahead. Do it.
Let's see here. What's a good old...
Oh, you're just watching? Just hanging?
Let's call here. Oh, it's not.
We're arguing. There's the boundary waters, discussing.
Here you go.
That he was like, well, me and my dad were really trying to plan to go to the boundary waters, but the boundary waters is up north.
I don't know if they're gonna.
Welcome
You
to
could literally
Superior
drive
National
up there
Forest
and go to the
Supervisor's
boundary.
Office in Duluth, Minnesota.
I was saying
We are open 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
like,
Monday through Friday and
what do you
No,
closed
they're
mean?
not gonna be
on
open.
federal holidays. If you are calling on a weekend or federal
You'd have to
holiday
plan out a
from May
cruise.
through September,
He was like,
please
"No,
wait for a
you would
listing of
not."
district office
I'm
contact
like,
information.
you've never been on a cruise.
If you know your party's extension,
You
please
have to
dial it
plan it
now.
out.
If you would like to use the dial by
And he's
name,
just like, I can
please
pick up
select
right now
9.
and get a
For
get on the
campground or
cruise right now.
Boundary Waters
And I
Community
said,
Area Wilderness
no,
Permit
you can't.
reservations, please
Gotta
either
buy a
dial
permit.
reservation phone line at 877
You could buy a permit online
444
for the boundary waters.
6777.
I wasn't saying you can't buy it online. I'm just saying you got to buy a permit.
Just saying, you can buy that on the way up.
And then you also have to tell them where you're going to be. It's like when you go to camping, you have to ask people. It's the same thing as at hotels. Is there going to be enough people there that I can fit in this whole thing? We got to start this though. We're like an hour. We're at an hour, dude.
All right. Well, thanks for coming to the pod, the pre-show.
What a pre-show.
We're just having a little bit of a debate. We're having a good time. You can go straight to the Kaylee. Kaylee commented on our Twitch. You can go straight to the boundary waters, jump in the water even today.
Yeah. Okay. And then you got to drive back. How long of a drive is it to the boundary waters?
I think it was like 5 or 6 hours.
Let's look it up. 219 miles.
Maybe shorter than
4
that.
hours.
4 hours? Yeah, that's less. That's
it's 8 hours right there. 4 hours there, then 4 hours back.
And then you got to fly to where you're going to go on a cruise.
Yeah,
Man.
that's literally takes
Sleep overnight.
way longer. You have to stop. You have to plan what the route you're going to go on for the boundary waters.
Oh, man. You guys are just making it too hard on yourselves. That's
Who?
what you guys are doing.
Who's you guys?
You and your dad.
For what?
Oh, me and my dad and my family, we're trying to plan on going on to boundary waters. You could just drive up right now. You've got 2 Minnesotans that have said
literally but
2 Minnesotans who said
if we're going for a 3 to 4 day weekend, we're not talking about like if you're talking about a cruise, it's literally a 4-night stay. So you have to cruise. You have to do a 4-night stay. If we're going to keep it even, you have to do a 4-night stay. It's not a
you can't do a 4
drive up. What? It's literally 4 nights right here. I see it.
3 days, 4 nights. Yeah.
3 nights, 4 nights. I see 4 nights. 4 nights. It's literally what they're saying on it.
Yeah, no, you're wrong.
It's literally what it says on the website.
I don't see
5 nights.
I was just messing with you. Relax. I could pick out everything really quickly on what
we could do 3 nights. So 3 nights.
I could pick out everything. Would you want to know?
Everything what?
That you would eat while you're there?
Okay, do it.
You buy 3 chicken breast packets have like the chicken breast packets. Boom, you got chicken. Then
how are you going to cook it?
You bring a grill.
Oh, so you have to plan to bring a grill. Do you have to plan to bring a grill on
the you have a grill? I
What?
have a grill, so I'll just pack up my grill.
Your big old grill.
No, I have a small grill. I have a
Okay, so you have to plan now
grill.
beforehand that I have to bring my grill.
I just know I have it. No, I don't even have to plan
Okay,
it.
you just need to know you have to have it, and then it's going to magically appear?
Well, you take it with you.
Okay, so you need a plan to bring it with you.
You could literally drive to your campsite and have everything in your car and be there.
But I'm just saying,
I have a tent.
Okay,
I don't have
so
to
you
plan
have to
anything.
plan. Now you have to plan a grill
I don't have
and
to
a
plan
tent.
the grill. I don't have to plan the grill or tent because I already have them.
Okay, so how are they going to get
That's
there?
assuming you don't have them.
How are they going to get there then?
I'm going to grab them. And put
so
them
that
in
you
my
have to
car.
plan to grab them.
Oh my gosh. Okay, 2 seconds to plan to grab them.
Okay,
This
and
doesn't
then
help
you have to
your
grab them.
point.
Okay, go ahead. So you're missing 2 things, but you're
actually,
missing.
What I'm doing is actually helping your point, unfortunately.
How are you helping
it's
my?
helping your point. Because what I'm telling you,
you are. You're actually realizing that it's a lot more difficult than you thought.
Easy.
So you got one meal planned.
No, I'm helping you in your point because it's so easy to go to the boundary.
Yeah, I know you're helping me with my point.
Okay,
That's
good.
what
So
I'm
we
saying.
both agree that it's so easy to get to the boundary waters. You're right. Okay, perfect. So I go to the store. I pick up a bunch of ground or chicken breast. I can grab
you want
some
ground
eggs.
chicken breast or do you want
I
chicken
meant
breast?
chicken breast. You know what I meant.
Chicken breast.
You could grab ground beef. You could grab steaks.
Okay.
You could grab whatever you want with the.
So are you gonna bring any spices with that? Or you're just gonna eat it straight?
You don't even have to. You don't even have to.
You're gonna eat it. You're gonna
cook
do
it
raw.
Yep. You don't have to.
Grill. Okay. No spices. No nothing. You just like it plain old chicken. And plain ground.
Or I have what's in my cupboard and I just grab.
Okay, now we got
it.
Okay, so now we're planning 3 things.
What I'm trying to tell you
we're
is
grabbing
that I can
more
literally
than
go
3
there
things.
today.
Okay, so we got our
no.
grill.
You know what? We're gonna settle this.
Tent.
We're gonna settle this.
Here's
what we're gonna do.
Our
Here's what
spices. Okay, we
Here's
got
what we're
to
gonna
plan
do.
all those things, and then we got to stop and grab all the meal stuff. We got to grab the chicken. We got to grab the ground beef. We got to grab the eggs. So
my gosh,
so now we're
such a heartache. Oh my.
Okay, what else do we got to plan?
Such a heartache.
You haven't even finished. We haven't even finished. It's like
what I was going to
5
propose
minutes?
is we'll just plan. We'll just go to the boundary waters. We'll pick a weekend. We'll go to the boundary waters. We'll see how long it actually takes to get to the boundary waters.
Okay,
I
agree.
It seem like
I
it's
agreed.
Such a hard.
I will have
thing.
you plan the whole thing, and if
I'm not going to plan anything. I'm not going to plan anything. The day of, just like when I decide.
You don't think
just
there's
like when
any
I went
planning.
to Jesse's house, or just like when I went to Jesse's wedding. The day of, 5 minutes before I left, I grabbed everything I needed for the weekend.
You do that, and we'll see how the weekend goes. I'm not planning a thing though.
Nope,
you have complete control over the weekend. No, I don't. I don't have to do anything. I'm just gonna grab my clothes, and that's all I'm gonna have to plan to grab.
Man.
And my toothbrush. Obviously.
Kaylee, my cousin lives by the boundary waters.
Yeah. Well,
there are so many grills there at the campsite. It's camping in Minnesota. Y'all need to get to the movie. It's a campsite. Ha ha! There you go.
Oh, so now you figure it out. You didn't even think about how you were going to make it though. You didn't think about how I had just asked you about how are you going to cook it. How are you
going to make the food?
You're the one that said I got to bring a grill.
I said I'll just bring my grill.
Exactly. So you're going to have to plan. I'm just saying you're not thinking about the planning. All right, we're going to start this thing.
Did you plan this much for your interview for Legacy Construction?
I had to plan somewhat.
You didn't plan it all, did you?
I did. I've planned previously about questions I would ask. I mean, majority for just all interviews.
Yeah, it must have been a really hard interview, man.
You got the job, man.
You got the job.
All right, here we go. I'm going to start the intro.
Welcome to the Goof and Goober Show. You decide who's the goof and who's the goober. Join Matthew and Regan as they talk all things from their own personal life questions to reviews on movies and TV shows. Now, your hosts, Regan and Matthew.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Goof and Goober the Goof and Goober Show. If you did not show up for our pregame, our pre-show, definitely one you're gonna wanna. You can't listen to it. Actually, sorry.
We'll make them comment. Make them comment.
Yeah, we'll make you freaking do it. But whatever. We had a freaking fire pre-show. We had a little debate going on. A little heated debate. So show up to the pre-show. We have a lot of fun. We enjoy our time. Just boys being boys, having a good time. My final comment for our debate is that going to a cruise, you're going to have to be very prepared to go to a cruise. And it isn't something you just pick up and go to whenever you want. You got to put some time ahead. And You know,
let
that's just
everyone
kinda
know
what I
I
wanted to
called the
make
cruise
sure.
line in the pre-show, and they admitted that it was far easier than planning a camping trip.
Yeah, so hard. But that's not what we're discussing today. We're going to be talking about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the second installment of Miles Morales' universe of Spider-Man. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to have some fun. We're gonna I mean, this is probably going to be a little bit of a shorter video because we've literally been spending the last hour and 15 minutes arguing. So it's already been a really long podcast for us.
It
So
really has.
we might keep in a little bit of our debate. We'll see. But here today, I have my buddy Regan, as per usual. Regan, we took a week off. We spent Memorial Day with our families. We just had a good time with our family. And tell us a little bit about that. I know you made a post. You guys were doing some stuff. Tell us a little bit about your Memorial Day and what you were doing for the last week.
Oh, geez, the Memorial Day. What did we do in the Memorial Day? I know that, I mean, if you follow us on Instagram, and if you haven't, you gotta be there. You gotta get there. We got our, I don't know if you're gonna do this, Matthew. Are you gonna introduce our manager?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, well,
do it.
right
Just tell us
now,
something about your
oh, yeah, I'm
Memorial
gonna
Day.
tell you,
Okay,
but we had, like I said, follow us on social media, Instagram, all that stuff. Guys, I had a great time. I had a great time, a family weekend, and it was oh gosh. Sorry, the chat's blowing up right now.
We've got some Twitch streamers and some chatters.
Yeah, they go off a little far.
They say the darndest things.
But guys, I had a really good family weekend, especially now that my son's here for the summer. So we went swimming. We what else did we had Memorial weekend was actually the wedding weekend. And that was pretty fun. That was a good old wedding that the boys were in. And then it was good to have a day just with the family, get some ice cream, sat down, and just got to talk. I love talking with my fam. I love my family. But what about you, Matt?
Yeah. So last week, Kaylee and I, my wife, took our child Scarlett to see Super Mario Bros. It was the first movie that Scarlett, she didn't sit fully through the movie, but enough to where it was pretty pleasant. My wife hadn't seen Super Mario Bros. And I think she liked, from what I remember, she loved the movie. She thought it was funny. And yeah, we went and grabbed dinner.
Hang on. Go ahead. I gotta, my dog is out and I can't find her.
Oh gosh. He's got this dog. It's a pit bull. It's an okay type of dog, but whatever. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we went to dinner and we had dinner at the movie theater. They had food there. It was a really good time. It was a great Memorial Day. We spent pretty much all day together. I don't think we did anything. Huh? What? Oh, we went to the zoo. That's right. We went to the zoo. How could I forget? We went to the zoo, and the zoo was fun. Her brother has a child.
Dude,
he came and hung out with us. What's up?
I'm so sorry. My dog got spaded, and I'm trying to make sure that I didn't see her, and so I was freaking out that she's over there messing with her big incision and just blood pouring everywhere across my carpet. But
yeah, that carpet needs to get changed anyway, so it might be good for you.
No,
So yeah, we went to the zoo. We went to the movie theater.
Yeah.
We saw Super Mario Bros. We spent all day together, and it was a really good day. I really, really had a good day. So yeah, that's kind of how I spent my Memorial Day. Now to the big news. To the big news.
Big news, fam.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new member to the Goof and Goober show. Someone, I mean, she's really, really beautiful. She's like, ooh, she's so pretty. She's so freaking pretty. It's my wife. She's going to be coming on board with the Goof and Goober show as our social media manager. So any of the posts that you guys see on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, any of that content, that'll be coming from my wife. She is a good creative individual. So round of applause for my wife for coming on board. Let me see if I can get
you got it.
I got a freaking clap and applause,
right.
baby. Let me know when it's done because I can't hear.
Yeah, it's done.
Oh, okay. Welcome aboard, Kaylee. You are officially a part of the Goof and Goober show. I love you, babe.
She did it. And she's
Love
killing
you.
it. She's
She's
literally
killing it. Let
killing
me give you her
it.
stat line. Let me give
Okay.
her give you
Give
let
me
give
give
you
me the
stat
stats. Give me the stats. What's the
Okay.
stats?
Here's the stat line.
Wait,
So-
give it.
Oh,
Did you?
there she is.
There she is.
There
Okay.
she is. Get
The
back
new
over here.
part of the
Show your
GGs.
face. This is my
You've
wife.
seen her. Everyone's seen her before.
You guys have seen her. She's joining the crew. She's joining the gang. She's going to be
The whole
posting
gang.
for us. And so far, in
Since
started
last
on
Thursday.
Thursday of last week.
So was that 5 days?
5
4
days.
days?
Yep. 5 days. She has made 4 content posts. And we've increased our follower count by 22 since she started posting. So big shout out to her. That's her
That's
content.
huge. Keep it up.
Also, if you've made it to this point, we do have a giveaway.
Yeah.
When we hit 100 followers on Instagram,
Yep.
we're going to be giving away a couple prizes.
Well,
We're
on
gonna pay
any
for
social
shipping.
media.
We're going to
But
send
yeah.
it out. But yeah, on Instagram, we're at like 72. But
That's
any
the quickest
any
way.
social media account that we have that hits 100 followers, we're gonna do a giveaway.
Yep,
And
right
that's
now
coming
we're-
from our freaking pockets, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming out of freaking pockets.
Yeah.
So
Lots of money has been spent for this
So much money.
freaking thing. So much freaking
so
money.
much freaking money. So follow. The rules is that you follow on Instagram, Facebook,
Mhm.
YouTube. You follow on all those places,
All of
and
it.
then you comment on our picture. We'll make sure to pin it on our Instagram. Comment it on our picture. Let us know what your favorite movie of 2022 was, and what your most anticipated movie is going to be in 2023 for the rest of the year.
Or you can comment, do you think it takes
Ooh.
more planning to go to the boundary waters or
some people
go
don't
on
know
a
what the
cruise?
boundary waters are, but yeah.
Go on a extravagant what do you call it? Off-grid camp experience.
Yeah, keep adding words to the boundary waters to make
You
it sound
asked me
more.
they said nobody knew what boundary waters, so I explained it. You literally asked.
Keep adding words to it to make it sound like it's bigger than what it is.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna jump into Across the Spider-Verse here in a moment.
Mhm.
But before I do that,
Oh gosh. What
it
are you
is
doing?
June.
Yeah.
It is June 5th.
Uh-huh.
And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We haven't done a freaking jerk off yet.
Oh gosh.
In June. So for the first episode in June, we're gonna
Oh.
take the next 5 minutes to evaluate Regan's jerk off and my jerk off. So
Next
if
5
anybody-
minutes each.
well, a couple minutes. We'll see how it flows.
Okay.
But as we start here, and Regan, you can start getting some music, getting
Yeah,
ready.
I
I'll
gotta find
explain the
some right
rules.
here.
Little did you guys know, Regan and I, we jerk it quite a bit. Okay. Been jerking it since I don't even know how long. It's been a long time. Ever since, the like 2000s, maybe somewhere around there. We've been jerking it. And we want to see the jerk life expand. We want other people to jerk it in front of their friends, in front of their family members, cousins, teachers, because it's a form of art. Okay? It is an art form. It isn't something that is lightly used. When you jerk it, you got to jerk it fast, and you got to jerk it hard. And you can't be uncoordinated with your jerk, because if you get uncoordinated with your jerk, you'll never hit the speeds or the milestones that you'll ever hit.
Yeah.
And so, Regan, as for the jerk off of June, please take it away.
Okay, just gonna make sure the audio is able to. Just gonna make sure that.
And the audience members, if you guys want to jerk it too, and you want to take some notes before you start jerking it, take a look at Regan, and he'll give you some idea on what the jerk is.
All right, everyone, get up. Let's go. Come on, everyone. Let's get going. Get up. All right. There's the build up, everyone. You don't necessarily have to get into the jerk right off the bat, but it takes a little bit, but you gotta get a little bit into it. Just wait for the beat to drop. But you can get into it here. Get the hips moving. Oh boy, and feel the beat, and you're in the wilderness. You're running through, and now you're running. What are you seeing? What is it? Oh no! A wolf! Get out of there! You're face to face with a bear. Now you gotta fight. Protect yourself! Protect yourself! Ah! Oh, he's a strong one! Not gonna let him get this one. Woo!
I'm jerking it. I'm freaking
jerking it, Oh, jeez. All right, now. Get on the nice little jog, everyone. Everyone. Oh. Okay, guys.
Regan,
I'm not feeling so good.
Jerk it. I need you to jerk it harder.
I'm not feeling so good right now, Matthew. I don't think I can do it. I need your power.
I'm giving it to you.
Come on, jerk it enough.
Where's the freaking beat drop?
Oh.
Inhale.
Matthew.
Inhale.
You got to jerk it hard for this one. Do it. Oh! I'm feeling it now. Woo! Wow. Oh gosh. Wow. That was amazing. No, never again, man. Never again. That's how it is.
I freaking jerked it so freaking hard.
If you're listening on the podcast, just audio, you guys freaking missed it. If you guys were feeling it though, you know it. You know what you felt. And you were going at it with us and jerking it with us. Oh, man.
There's nothing better. I will say this. There's nothing better than jerking it with my best friend. Jerking
There's
it
no better jerk off that you want with you than with your best friend.
Exactly. And I'll freaking continue to jerk off with you.
Anytime, anywhere. Just name the time and place, baby.
Well,
No
ladies and
planning
gentlemen,
necessary.
to get the bloods flowing, to get blood in our brains,
Uh-huh.
freaking gave it a quick jerk. Now we're going to jump into some content about Spider-Man. Across the Spider-Verse, sorry.
Across the Spider-Verse.
My fault.
Sorry,
I freaking had a bowl of cereal before. And I'm a little bit out of shape.
Oh, gosh.
I don't freaking jerk it enough. So
Not enough. Never enough.
But okay. We're gonna take some breathing measures. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna talk about some Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. We're gonna cover a little bit of synopsis here.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. After reuniting with Gwen Stacy, Brooklyn's full-time, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is catapulted across the multiverse, where he encounters a team of spider people charged with protecting his very existence. However, when the heroes clash on how to handle a new threat, Miles finds himself pitted against the other spiders.
Oof.
He must soon redefine what it means to be a hero so he can save the people he loves most.
It's true.
Directors:
Find it.
Joaquin Santos, Kemp Powers, Justin K. Thompson. We've got some of our cast members. Haley Steinfeld as Ghost Spider. Shamik Moore as Miles Morales. We got Oscar Isaac as Miguel O'Hara. I didn't know Oscar Isaac was in this movie. Shoot. Okay.
He was Miguel.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Dude.
Daniel Kaluuya, Spider-Punk. Jake Johnson as Spider-Man. And Brian Tyree Henry as Jefferson Davis. This, ladies and gentlemen, we have put our general non-spoiler review on our Instagram. We are not going to go over that again. So this is officially your spoiler warning. If you have not seen the movie, go back, go check out a theater near you, go watch it, come back, let's have a chat. Let's hang out. So this is your spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning!
Spoiler! 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 Spoiler!
Spoiler!
Spoiler!
The boys!
You're so bad, dude. You're so freaking bad.
Oh yeah,
I cannot
baby.
believe that you're doing that right now.
I'm freaking so freaking sweaty right now. Well, I freaking thought I was gonna wait for you to be done, and then I'm freaking jerking it while you were jerking it.
Dude,
That was crazy.
Never. I'll freaking jerk it so freaking hard, man.
If you haven't gotten the joke of what the jerk it's from from the dance The Jerk. You do the jerk, 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 jerk.
Oh yeah.
That's where we got that from. So
I didn't even know that, to be honest. I just thought we made it up.
well, we did kind of make it up, but I kind of made it up.
Off of that. Yeah.
Off of that, yeah. So that's kind of how our relationship works. I make up everything. I talk about everything.
Don't even.
Regan just follows.
Please.
It's just a big old thing.
Get out of here.
You know.
Shut your freaking trap.
Let's jump into some Spider-Verse. Before we do that, I wanted to get your rating and your little quick synopsis of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the first one with Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the first Spider-Man, Spider Into the Spider-Verse. Wow, what a movie. That is a movie that I love to watch with my son. it's a movie that you can just really sit down and watch with your child, because it's the cartoon that, it's a newer cartoon that was kind of more newish and not a whole lot of people did. And so for someone like me, it was new and I liked that, as well as it had a great story, and you could just watch that over and over. I watched that movie over and over again with my son. But that whole, that kind of like my synopsis, oh gosh, of that is with the teen guy Miles Morales. He becomes the Spider-Man of this universe, and he must join with, like, was it 5 other spider powered individuals, spider people, yeah, from different dimensions to stop basically a big old threat of all realities. So yeah, so that's my little synopsis.
What's your rating?
For this one, I mean, 5 out of 5. It's I to be honest, I haven't watched it in a while. I haven't watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse a hot second, you know what I mean? But it's 5 out of 5, no doubt. So good. You got so much in that you just love. People love the unit, like the multiverse, and especially like Spider-Man, when you bring in different characters like Gwen, or just the Miles Morales, or just the Peter Parker, or like the pig spider.
Oh yeah.
Or like who was Nick Cage
Spider Noir.
Yeah, like all those guys. Like, but it's like so fun to see those different Spider-Mans, and like, because everybody loves Spider-Man, not just because he's just this teenage guy, but he's got the personality that everybody likes, like the Tony Stark type personality, but he's still a teenager and you really relate. And I feel like people in society really just love like a teenage type character, if that makes sense. And people go for that hardcore. But soon enough, Miles Morales isn't going to be a teenager anymore. He's growing up.
He gonna be an adult.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna be an adult. Well, good. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I'm gonna also give it a 5 out of 5. It's one of my favorite Spider-Man movies of all time. It's up there, and the reason is, first off, I didn't even see this one in theaters, to be honest with you. I thought this was like a side story or like a kids show movie. I didn't think it would have any impact to the actual MCU story, if you will, or have any relevance to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't even go see it, to be honest with you, in theaters. I only saw it actually when you and your son came over and we watched it.
Man,
and
you're welcome.
What? Thanks, man.
I've introduced you to some of your favorite movies in the world, and I didn't even know.
And TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite TV shows of all time,
Last Man on
Earth. Easily my top 5 TV shows of all time.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I didn't see it in theaters. I wasn't really interested in it. I watched it.
Right.
Love the visual effects. Love the animation, and the story just hit me, and it was like, okay, I could see things from a different viewpoint, and like it was something that's like they had never done with Spider-Man before. This was before Homecoming or No Way Home, so we didn't have multiple Spider-Men in one movie before. And it really, like, personally, like, there's some parts where it's just like, oh, that's deep. Like when they were talking about what's the bald guy's name? Oh my gosh.
The bald guy.
Yeah, big bald guy. The villain, the main villain.
Oh, is it Wilson Fisk?
Main villain into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, Fisk. Wilson's Fisk.
Yeah, but Kingpin. That's what he's known. That's his name. Kingpin. The story of him losing his daughter and his wife.
Right.
That was just like, oh, I kind of sympathize with them a little bit. I was like, man, I probably would do the same thing for my family, try to figure out some way to get them back. But it also like taking a kid and having another Spider-Man train the kid, I thought was really awesome, because you got guys who've done it for a long time who are now teaching this kid who's never done it, and come to find out should have never been Spider-Man, technically.
Right.
Teaching him how to be Spider-Man. And I really like the fact that they reference some of the MCU Spider-Man that we have in that movie, which really, really, really was awesome, because I was like, hey, that's Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. That's that guy. That's him, man. That's him. Or
that's
that's Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah. So I thought that was awesome. And so yeah, I give it a 5 out of 5. Like I said,
Into the Spider-Verse or across
Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, wanted to talk a little bit about that just quickly. Maybe we'll do a video a little bit longer, little review or something, but
Yeah.
we'll see. I know.
Did they in the Spider-Man across the not this across the Into the Spider-Verse? Was there a mention or a what do you call it? Like I guess mention whatever of Tobey Maguire? Is that
Yeah,
right?
he shows the dance. He's like, and I did this.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I feel like they should have actually just shown that. Well, I guess it was
That would have been hilarious.
They should have, but like that would have been a different Spider-Man.
Right. True.
So that would it would make sense. I bet they wanted.
But anyway,
to.
we'll do like maybe. So what I'm thinking we'll do is on Instagram, we'll like pick movies that we really like. Do like a little bit more of a formal video dedicated to that movie. Just a quick like 40-second synopsis of our thoughts on it. But we really liked it. Let's jump into Across the Spider-Verse, because that is the actual topic for today. I just wanted to get the prequel here. Man, I don't even know where to start with this movie.
So much.
We start in this movie and it actually starts off as feeling like a Gwen Stacy or the Gwen Stacy movie. We're just like, oh, we're gonna get a lot of Gwen in this. We go back to her backstory. We go and learn more about, how her and her father, a story behind the relationship between her and her father was, and the similarities between her and Miles and all of the other, Spider-Man that are out there.
Right.
And so the first villain that we see in the movie is actually Vulture, a paper version of Vulture, a Renaissance paper version. And so I just want to get your thoughts on that, because low key, I thought that was the coolest parts of the whole movie was that whole sequence.
I think the only thing I have, that would be kind of against this whole movie, is just the different animations that they brought into it, and it kind of made it a little bit confusing, especially in this part. And it was just a lot being thrown at the viewer. I think there was so much that was going on, and it was a lot of visual effects that they put a lot of effort, and I credit them for what they did there, because that must have been so difficult to try to take one type of visual effect and combine it with a completely different background and set of like art. So it really and it really worked hand in hand, but sometimes it was just like, what the heck am I looking at right now? And especially like in Gwen Stacy's world, I don't know if you noticed that, but like the background, you can never really tell like what it was.
It was like shadowy or
and so like
and
it just made it so like interesting to look at. But I think it was more to focus a lot more on the characters in Gwen's world. But then but like that whole thing with the Vulture and super sweet, especially the intro to basically the entire the Spider movie, and being that attention grabber. I think it really got our attention because the Vulture is a well-known nemesis in the Spider-Verse, and then kind of a twist, especially being an older Vulture back in the
or a different type of Vulture.
Yeah, and the different gadgets it had and whatnot, and so yeah, I love this part. It was great. And like I said, like it was kind of hard to like grasp my eyes on what I was looking at, but it was so cool. And they do this throughout the entire movie, and I think that's what makes it so much of a difficult movie to make in some sense, because you have to have so many creators in different worlds and combine those creations into those, and so that's kind of like
I think that's what makes the movie. I think that's what makes the movie unique.
It really does.
I think at first, so I agree with you. When we first got through the Vulture scene, I was like, what am I looking at? Like, it's cool. It was really cool, but it was like I had to really think and pay attention,
right?
Because you're just like, but what's this and what's this?
Right.
How did they mesh this character with this world? Like, it was crazy because it was. And I agree with you, but I also think that's a plus to the movie because no other show or movie has done that.
No,
in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think like for me, like at the beginning, I was like, "What the heck am I looking at?" And it was kind of hard, but like at the end, it is like it's a masterpiece. And
sure.
I was also gonna say like this whole movie. I guess if we want to go through the whole movie, but like this is kind of what I wanted Doctor Strange across in his multiverse thing to be like, that you're getting glimpses of more of him in different universes. And you don't get that whole thing. You have him in different universes, but you don't see any of the other Doctor Stranges and how they act and how they're prepped and just a lot more different Doctor Stranges that are
of the same
guy, because in this movie you get thousands of Spider-Mans that you get a view, and you get a little snippet of them, as well as there's other Spider-Mans that they really focused on, and you see a little bit of their world and what that looks like. And for me, that's huge. Like, and I love that because there's so many different Spider-Mans that have been made just throughout the years, and they brought all those pretty much together. I mean, what's his face?
Can we
his
applaud?
name?
Can we applaud? Who like what? Was it the MCU that created this?
This is like Sony and MCU. It's Sony
MCU.
Sony MCU, because Sony has rights to Spider-Man, but hey.
Oh, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out in 2024. Only a year from now.
Congrats, guys. Congrats.
What?
Great job.
What happened?
I sent out a clapping thing. Oh wait, it was.
I can't hear that. I'm sorry.
I didn't do live. Now it is. There it is. My bad. I'm the tech guy.
So it comes out March 29th of 2024, which I'm really excited about, because I even told Regan it's going to be another 5 years until they make another one or something like that. Because it took them 5 years to make this one.
Yeah.
But can we just applaud Sony for, first off, they usually make crappy movies, because we've got what was the one? Venom, the second Venom was not very good. We got Morbius. Morbius was horrible.
Oh gosh.
What other movies have Sony? Sony's just been unlucky.
They're not the best.
They're not the best. But what I will say is that they made 65. That wasn't a good movie, unfortunately.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I rewatched that actually the other. I was whatever. I kind of liked it actually. They're not like too bad. I mean, they did White Chicks.
The story was horrible.
Casino Royale, Spider-Man 3. I mean, Pixels.
As of recent, over the past couple years,
Ready Player One. I mean, The Nice Guys, Jumanji.
Just because they have their name on it, though. What I'm talking about is the MCU movies that they've made haven't been.
They made The Notebook, dude.
Oh gosh.
George
Not the
Foreman.
Notebook. Dang it. Not the Notebook. Sorry. I redact everything I just said on this particular point, not other thing. Kidding. Can we applaud them for this movie? That
I just
because I'm finishing what I'm saying, but I kept getting interrupted. Is that they were able to bring and combine our MCU characters, our animated series, the video game series. They combined every different type of comic, Spider-Man. They combined everything into this movie.
Yeah.
Everything. And it was so awesome. They made a reference to Doctor Strange and messing up the multiverse in No Way Home. They had Miles. Oh, what's his name? Childish Gambino. The guy I can't remember his name. He was in there playing as Uncle Aaron, and he was dressed up as the Prowler. Which, for reference, guys, is that was from Homecoming. He was the guy from Homecoming. And they're really trying to take this movie, this set of movies, and tie it into everything else, which I really, really, really like. Versus kind of in the past, we've seen there was for an example, the Hulk back in the day. They haven't tied that Bruce Banner with this MCU. They're slowly bringing, they brought Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield into the MCU, and they're showing that the multiverse is there, and they're really taking a step to take all the characters that were already created and tie them all together, because in the end, that's what they want, right? They want everybody to be accessible, which I really, really like. So big shout out to them. That was a big part of the movie, being able to see some nostalgia. We saw Andrew Garfield in this movie. Physically saw Andrew Garfield. That was freaking sweet.
I think didn't they just take it from the movie though?
They did take it from the movie, yeah.
Yeah.
But they referenced and they were like, "Hey, this is you." They showed that this the Peter Parker that was in the first movie. This was that Peter Parker that helped Miles train is actually Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker. So they reference that and help us connect the dots, which I really like. I want to talk about Miguel. I think we sat at the movie theater and Miguel popped up, which is, I don't know which Spider-Man he actually is. Miguel O'Hara. I think it's from 2099.
Something I don't like that futuristic one.
But let me just say, out of all of the Spider-Men, that one was one of the freaking coolest Spider-Man I have ever seen.
And I'd never seen the vampire Spider-Man, which is a kind of a weird Spider-Man, but it's Spider-Verse, anything can happen, dude. Literally the whole world. You could just make up whatever Spider-Man you want, but and I liked how they went into his story too, and why and his background, and what kind of pushes him to do what he does, and basically why he's going after Miles Morales with the multiverse, and to stop him from taking over, or trying to stop him from saving his father. I think he's a BA character that we got a little glimpse of. I don't know. I think this is the problem I'm having too with a little bit of it. I guess, Miles Morales is now basically the strongest Spider-Man, technically, because he beat all the other Spider-Mans in the movie. All the ones that were put in as a thingy-majiggy, a guy that goes across the Spider-Verse, stopping anomalies, whatever they call them.
And then, to be fair, all he did was just swing around. That was it.
And he didn't really fight anybody. He was just faster than them. But he technically outsmarted them in a way. So like, and that's one of Peter Parker's kind of superpowers, is that he's smart. He's incredibly smart, that he built his own web slinging devices to accompany him as a Spider-Man. And this Miguel guy, he's supposed to be from the future. So he's got all the cool technologies, the things that technically Miles Morales doesn't have. And I get it, you gotta push the story, but it don't make no sense in some ways that he's doing all these things to Miguel, and Miguel can't even keep up with this guy. And
to be fair, Miguel is a freaking. He's probably 200 pounds heavier than than Miles Morales.
Okay, yeah, but he's also freaking a superhero.
True. I did find that dumb. I did find that. I agree. I was like, oh man,
there's no way.
But
I mean,
Spidey
like,
senses are tingling.
There's no way,
much.
that he, as well as like all the other spider senses that were. I mean, it's interesting concept. I mean, and it's a cartoon. We can't. It's just like there's got to be this. This kid's been a Spider-Man for what, 2-3 years, and some of these guys been Spider-Man for way longer than that. So
yeah,
it's just like there. And I wish somebody would have been more on his side. And just him alone. And I don't know why they didn't decide, like, okay, we gotta have somebody be on his side here, and help him out. I mean, because it seemed like,
I guess Peter kind of did.
Yeah.
He wanted to help, but he was like, we'll talk about the big plot point, because that's kind of the next thing, right?
Yeah.
Peter tried to help, but it's like, come to find out, Miles wasn't actually supposed to be Spider-Man in the first place, and that somebody messed up. I can't remember who it was. Somebody messed up the
Spot.
multiverse.
It was Spot that made
Spot.
from the Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, right? Yeah, into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
that
somebody
that the whole, and it's I don't know, man.
A spider was meant to. Oh, he went back in time.
He got a Spider-Man from a different Spider-Verse 42. And then Miles was supposed to be bit in that. No,
I don't remember.
I can't remember if he was supposed to be bit.
Somehow, the Spider-Man from Spider-Man 42, the spider came to Miles Morales' world. Miles Morales ended up getting bit, became Spider-Man. They already had a Spider-Man that died in the first movie. But that's basically the big plot point, is that he's not supposed to be Spider-Man, and that his whole life is basically a lie, right? He shouldn't have been where he is right now. He should have just been a kid at school, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so I agree with you. I think that I felt the kid in how lonely he could have been, right? Like in feeling like betrayed by his friends, right? Like by being betrayed by Gwen, by being betrayed by Peter. That was a big selling point for me, is it's like, man, I actually care about this character more now, because I'm like, he's all by himself now. Like everything that he thought he was actually wasn't supposed to be that. But it also gives a little hope, is like, maybe it was supposed to actually be that way, right? Like what actually happens, and that's where.
Well, and then and it builds up towards the end of the movie too, that you're like, gets you a little bit more pumped about the next movie, because at the end of the movie, he does technically have more people on it. He does have more people on his side than he went at that point, and so I think that's a huge build up for what's the next one called? Spider-Man something
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Beyond the Spider-Verse, yeah. And so like it's a huge build up for that, and they did a fantastic job. I mean, fantastic job building it up, 100%, because I'm so pumped for this next movie, and we only have to wait 2 years. But the thing is with that too, is that
1 year.
1 year.
Less
That's
than a
right.
year.
It's 2023 and it's
2024,
coming out in
March.
2024. But they anticipated that it. I mean, they had enough money from the first movie that they were able to do the second
for
one,
sure.
and for sure. And then I don't even know what's going to happen after this, or even if they will do it. I hope they don't. Actually, I think they need to either end it here and then kind of move on, or well,
I say they bring it to the MCU. Get a
just,
bring them into the world of the MCU.
I think what they're gonna do, since they've really introduced Miles Morales as Spider-Man instead of Peter Parker, they're gonna do a Miles Morales, IRL, and that's gonna be
that live action.
Yeah, live action. Yeah, and they're definitely gonna be doing that.
What
they just got.
Do you know any candidates that you would say like you would want to be Miles Morales? Because I thought about this as I was driving home. The kid, what's his name from Stranger Things? What's his name?
He
Caleb
could, yeah.
McLaughlin.
You know what? He would be a good. I
a
mean, he's got to
really
bulk
good
up
actor.
maybe a little bit.
Here, let me share my screen real quick. Let's see what we think. We got the stream here. What you guys think here? He's 21 years old. How tall is he? I mean, I think he's pretty tall. I think. Let's take a look. I mean, because Spider-Man, if I'm not mistaken, is pretty friggin' tall.
He's supposed
to be should
tall,
be a little bit lengthy. I don't know. But I was thinking, because I was like, who could be the live action Spider-Man? And this is the first person that popped up. I was like, he could be really good. Caleb McLaughlin.
Okay. Where the hell is this guy from?
Drop down your comments. Who do you think would be a good candidate for Miles Morales live action? I'm curious to see. I really think Caleb McLaughlin could be a good one.
Jaden Smith.
I could not do it. Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I think Caleb could be a good. Yeah, he's like, I'm looking at a picture. He's just got to shave and look more like a younger guy. Because
Caleb McLaughlin.
That's the only thing. I think he'd be a perfect role. Everybody already knows him. Everybody already loves him. And huge hit out. Broke out from Stranger Things, and this could be his breakout really role, showing his acting skills.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I
Drop your comments. Drop your comments down below. We want to see them. Heck yeah. We'll post it on Twitter too, or Instagram too. See what people think. Anyway, I wanted to ask you about the Indian Spider-Man. How'd you feel about the Indian Spider-Man? Him using
yo-yos,
yo-yo, or
I don't even know what they were.
It's one of those things where.
I thought it was a cool guy. I mean, it was what's his name from oh man, what movies has he been in? I can't remember. He was in Paul Blart, wasn't he? Let me look. He's got to be in Paul Blart. Where are you? He was in Deadpool. That's right. He was the taxi driver in Deadpool.
That was him?
And he had to be the. Look at me. I just thinking any guy Indian guy that was just this guy. But yeah, this guy, I hilarious. He had the personality for basically a Spider-Man, I think, and he fit right in. But I mean, it was interesting to see that type of Spider-Verse, the Indian type of Spider-Verse. And I think they nailed it. I think they really nailed it. I think the visuals was amazing. Like yet again, I mean, bravo to all the artists that put in effort to this whole movie, because let alone that, you got the story, you got the acting, you got then this whole visual effects, man, it's just beautiful, just beautiful. Like couldn't be better.
Mhm.
Just couldn't be
I think
better.
it was
And-
awesome. I think it was awesome bringing in like multiple different cultures and like
Mhm.
seeing, okay, who's their Spider-Man, right?
Right.
Because our Spider-Man's not the same as the Indian Spider-Man.
Right.
They have
No,
different
and-
Spider-Man.
And that's like when we were doing our mock rock at Crown, we made sure we had a diversity of people because we knew people were going to vote for us and cheer for us if we just chose from our select group of people weren't going to really be happy with us. But if we had a variety of that and we mixed them in with us, it worked out. And this is how I think you really bring different cultures into a movie. You don't force it down and just do it straight, just Indian or whatever. It has the complexity of everyone and joining everyone in and bringing in their strengths and weaknesses, and then they basically work together and friggin' dominate.
Diversity is always good,
Yeah.
especially with like movies like these.
Mm.
Like absolutely 100%.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I thought it was cool. My whole thing was I was like, how he doesn't have like a web shooter.
Yeah,
So like how did he
I get that. Yeah, that was kind of
reach-
dumb. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. But I could look past that. I'm not too worried about it, but it's just one of those things that I was thinking about. I was like, huh. But overall it was really cool.
Yeah.
Man, I really want to see this movie again, dude. I'm just
Dude,
looking at pictures. It's
I do want to go see this. I mean,
such a
Tyler
good
wants to go
movie.
see it, and I might bring her again, or bring
It's
her. And we'll
so
go see it
good,
together.
dude. It's so good. It hits on all levels, guys. It hits
It
on
really does.
feels, it hits on the love. It hits
A couple
on
times I was gonna cry
action.
there.
I mean, it hits on the family aspect. It hits on
Mm-hmm.
the villain. It hits on everything. And
Everything, man.
like,
Everything.
I think personally, for this year, I'm gonna put this. This is gonna be in my top 5. for the
Oh
year.
yeah. Oh,
Easily.
100%. 100%.
Like this was such a good movie. So
Mhm.
definitely go check it out. If you made it to this point and you haven't seen the movie and you stuck around, we appreciate you guys. But go check it out. Go check it out for yourself. Big
Mhm.
shout out. For those of you who don't know, we like to go to a place called Imagine, Minnesota. It's a
Mhm.
theater that's here in Minnesota.
Oh,
And
yeah.
let's just say they just provide some of the best service that I've ever gotten at a movie theater. I grew up in Austin, Texas. We have what's called Cinemark. We had Tinseltown down there, but like up with Imagine is that it's like a family friendly place. It's like people actually care about you. The people who are asking about you, and you know, for us, like I'm really a huge fan of Imagine. They've
Yeah.
also been sharing our content and being big supporters of who we are and what we're doing, and obviously preparing or being at their place. And so we just want to give a big shout out to them. We spend a lot of money with you guys, so if you guys want to do a partnership with us,
Oh,
let us
dude.
know. Even if it's just like once a month, you get a free ticket or something. I'm just kidding. But I mean,
He's always
I'm
looking
kidding,
for
but I'm
free
not kidding,
tickets.
but I'm kidding. If you want to give us a partnership, please bring it on. We'd love to work with you guys. But other than that, I'm gonna call it here in terms of the podcast. We've been going since 8:00, and the first
Oh,
hour
gosh, dude.
was all debate. So if you guys like, subscribe, comment down below who
Mhm.
you think would be a good fit for the live action Miles Morales.
Yep.
My opinion is Caleb McLaughlin. I want to hear what your guys' options are. I think it'd be a good fit. We're also doing a giveaway at 100 followers on Instagram, on any of the social medias. We're doing a giveaway, so follow there. Leave a comment on the post. We'll have it pinned. But other than that, we'll see you next week. Regan, any last little closing statements?
Yeah, my local finds for this week are I found the Harry Potter Prisoner of Azkaban, the last VCR ever made of Harry Potter, and I got it. I'm the one who got it.
Holy.
And I got Combo TV. If you don't follow me on Instagram my personal page,
we'll post it on our Instagram.
Yeah,
so
we'll post that of my Combo TV VCR that I have out in my porch, and I'm loving it. So that's all that I'd say. Did you have anything?
Nope. I just want to
right.
let you get in your last little comments.
Thanks,
we love
Dave.
you guys. We love you guys. Next week, we are going to be talking about.
Was it Transformers?
Transformers, I think.
Isn't that what's coming out this weekend?
What is coming out this weekend? Movies.
I thought that's what we talked about.
I think so. Let me just
Yeah.
double check. Yeah. Opens Wednesday. Transformers. Next week, we're going to be talking about Transformers. So if you guys like Transformers, we'll be talking about next week. We'll make some posts on Instagram, stuff like that. Other than that, we'll see you there. Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Double G Show. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Goof and Goober Show. And why don't you check out our Instagram page at the Goof and Goober Show for even more content and drop a follow. Thanks again, and have a wonderful day.